CIL 650, in association with Tom Lucas Productions, presents Radio Real Estate. And now, here are your hosts, Bill Macklem, Fern Northcutt, and Tom Lucas.
And good morning. I keep saying good morning. Why do I keep saying good morning? I know why. Because for 11 years we were on in the morning. Now it's afternoon. Bill,
so
hi.
Confusing.
Fern, hello. Does it feel like it?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Tom.
Let's just stick with hi. I like that. Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome to the show. Nice to see
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Fern, nice to see you.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Been a
to be
busy
here.
Sunday. You've been holding some open houses today?
Always.
Yeah?
Yep.
Lots of people still coming through?
Lots of people still coming through.
Okay, we're also going to talk about taxes, obviously, on today's show. And we're going to talk a little bit about mortgages too, right, Billy?
Absolutely. So later in the show, I'm going to talk about the Home Equity Bank.
The Home Equity Bank.
Yes, it's a Class 1 bank, and they do some interesting things for people over 55.
I'm looking forward to that. We're also going to hear some thoughts from Thurn this morning.
Would you like to repeat that, please?
We're going to be hearing some thoughts from Thurn.
So today I'm going to be talking about realtors make good neighbors.
Our Radio Real Estate Home Handyman, Finn Jensen, says the current housing market is something of an untamed beast.
Really. And we're going to talk about those things that are happening on the Radio Real Estate Show in the forms of headlines. We're going to have the headline news coming up in a minute. And also, too, if you forget one of our shows, if you don't forget it, if you forget to listen to it again, because Bill or Fern said something on the show and you want to hear it again, go back and listen to one of our encore presentations. You'll find that at RadioRealEstateShow.ca. That's RadioRealEstateShow.ca. Go there and download one of our podcasts.
Monica Denabruga, president of Mummy Maze, joins us with her 6 most favorite eco-friendly cleaning solutions. She's always got some eco-friendly cleaning solution.
Well, better her than me, because I have nothing that's eco-friendly.
I have no.
Eco.
Eco-friendly. Oh, they're Spanish-friendly people, are they? I see. Radio Real Estate headline news is coming up, and we'll read the headlines from the news stories that made the news this past week. Bill and Fern will give us their expert opinions. And Norm Holmes, who is vice president of Pioneer West Acceptance Corporation, will be on the line. And this morning, we're going to talk about the many investment opportunities presented to you by Pioneer West Investment Corporation.
Your mortgage question of the week is coming up on our next segment. If you have a question for Bill, please leave it on our website. That's RadioRealEstateShow.ca, RadioRealEstateShow.ca.
Andrew Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty is with us, and she'll be talking about what's happening today in the Tri-Cities.
And we're also going to be speaking to the sister act on the show, Cynthia Weberg, and she's with McDonald Realty, and also Janice Christie, who's her sister. She's with Royal LePage West, and they're part of the Real Estate Corner. So we'll be talking to them this morning about home inspections on the program. Looking forward to that.
No kidding. Time now for Fern's thoughts on Radio Real Estate.
Taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. I've been taking care of business. It's all mine. Taking care of business and working overtime.
I think what we should do, Bill, is maybe change the name of the feature to something else. Fern's Thoughts. It's not easy for you or myself to say.
No, it's not.
But what are you thinking of, Fern?
Well, my thoughts are.
Okay.
Okay, today I want to talk about how realtors make good business, make good neighbors. So an interesting thing has come to pass this week, that behind our real estate board, the we as in corporate, whatever you want to call it, Fraser Valley Real Estate Board, have owned 3.5 acres worth about $4 million. And this land has been sitting vacant since the 70s, that the directors way back when, there were 5 of them got together and bought this property. And basically what it was to do in the future was to leave a legacy to charity or whatever. And we had a meeting on Monday. This was of the all the membership of the Fraser Valley Board, and 59% of the realtors voted to donate this 3.5 acres to charity. It is going into a trust as we speak. And so this week we have donated $4 million to charity.
Very nice.
Yep.
Good for you.
And other things that we do in the community. It's interesting that each of us realtors, we take on our own little project. Working for RE/MAX, our major charity is the Children's Miracle Network. So we donate an awful lot of money to that. We also run through the real estate board we have a missing persons campaign that if anybody goes missing in our community, it's called Realty Fan Watch, that the people that are missing these people get in touch with the real estate board, and within 5 minutes, picture and location and a description of the person that goes missing. And because we're out on the roads, I mean, there's 4,000 of us in the Fraser Valley, so we're on the road all the time, and we get this come across our phone quite often. And a lot of times we are instrumental of finding these people. A lot of them have Alzheimer's, so it isn't to do with a lot of crime or stuff like that. We do have Crime Stoppers as well, but that's kind of a separate thing. There's couple of realtors in my office that they run food wagons down in the east end of Vancouver. I myself, and this is what I was doing yesterday, being Saturday, night shift communities in Wally, that they feed the homeless and the hungry and the drug addicted in Wally every week. And I'm part of a group that the first Saturday of every month that I participate in that. So 6 p.m. on, we're feeding these people sandwiches and stuff like that. And normally we get 100, 150 people through. We're in a parking lot out in Wally, downtown Wally. So that makes me really humble. Whenever I feel I might be getting full of myself, I go and volunteer there, and I think, I am so grateful. Other things we do, what do? We support the animal shelters. There is a group of RE/MAX realtors from Guildford that they volunteer at the food bank every year. And of course, now we're going into wintertime, and we have within the real estate board, we have our blanket drive because there's a lot of cold people this winter. We also do the food drive that each of our offices have a basket that anybody coming in that you can start participating in that. So, my whole thing with volunteering, and as you know, Tom, I volunteer a lot. I even volunteer when I'm on holidays. But within my own community, I learned very, very quickly 40 years ago when I started this business, I make a good living out of my community, and how am I going to put back? So putting back into it is what I do, is volunteer. And I have found the other side of realtors. A lot of people think that realtors make nothing but money and all this kind of stuff, and we're fat cats and we drive around in cars and we just get people to sign contracts and we pick up a commission check. Well,
huge commission.
Huge commission check, Bill. Yeah.
Huge.
But that not only is there so much involved in working with your clients with buying and selling real estate, there's so much time we put in that we are not paid for. And then, like I said, that most of us that really treat this as a full-time job and career, we volunteer and put lots of time back into our communities.
So now, Fern, if somebody would like to get in touch with you to talk some more about this, how can they do that? What's your telephone number?
I can be reached directly, either text or cell at 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066. And I have lots of volunteer opportunities.
I was going to say, if you don't get back to them right away, it's probably because you're out volunteering somewhere.
Probably.
Why don't you stay home for a while, please?
Why?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I might have to clean it.
Oh, yeah, good point. Bill Macklem is here. You heard his voice. He is the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, and you're here with the weekly mortgage rate update, Willie.
Yes, and money is still inexpensive.
Good.
It's really good. So you're probably looking at 249, 244 on lenders that we're going to use. Mm-hmm. There are always some special rates. It's no different than going to the store and buying a TV at a special rate. Oh, but that was that last one. It has no features, but you're certainly more than welcome to take it. Or that car has got some special features, but that's the last one we had. It doesn't have any tires. So just because someone tells you there's a good rate, doesn't necessarily mean that's a great rate. So you got to be very careful what you're looking for. So if you're looking at 244 to 249, you're getting a great rate. You're getting a quality lender. So you want to do that. On your variable rates, prime is 2.7. Look for the discount off the prime. You should be looking at somewhere around 0.35, 0.4. In some instances, if you're a high ratio, you might be looking at 0.45 off, so you're looking at about 2.25. But, at this level of the game, all the rates are now just about bragging rates. So you just got to make sure you're using your money properly.
And it pays to talk to your mortgage expert, right?
Absolutely. You need to have some rationalization on all this.
All right. Now, Billy, you make some good points. If I want to get in touch with you during the week, what number should I call?
Just give me a shout at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Okay. And what if somebody wants to email you? Can they email you too, Bill?
Yeah, they can. It's BillM@MacklemMortgages.com.
Pretty nice, straightforward, huh?
Yeah, it is. It's a double M. Macklem Mortgages.
Oh, I see. 2 M's.
2 M.
It's a little late in the afternoon for that, Bill. In the next segment of the program, Bill will answer the mortgage question of the weekend. Later, we'll examine the radio real estate news headlines. We'll discuss Canadian mortgage investment opportunities with Norm Holmes. Norm is the president, or vice president, of Pioneer West Acceptance Corporation.
And you're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house on Radio Real Estate on CL 650.
CL 650.
We get letters. We get stacks and stacks of letters.
Well, dear Bill, it says, Dear Bill, it's getting a little cold out. Are you wearing the fall sweater yet?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Got the long sleeves on, and you have it done up today, too.
Like, tight.
Well, I wouldn't go that
Well,
far.
we
but
weren't going to say that,
No, we
Bill.
weren't going to
You
say
know,
that, but it does look very good, Bill.
Too many barbecues this summer.
You think that's what it is?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, we have a question for Bill this morning, or this afternoon. I keep saying this morning. It's force of habit. This afternoon.
I know. I still get confused, too. Our question of the see what I mean? Our question this week comes from Michael Warrenville of Surrey. Michael would like to know, Bill, if it is possible to obtain mortgage funding to purchase a mobile home. If not, is there some other way to obtain funding?
Thanks, Fern. Well, that's a good question from Michael, and that's a very complicated one because most banks and credit unions do not like financing mobile homes, especially if they are, number one, not on land, so that means they're not attached to the land. So therefore, it's on a pad rent. So that's a problem. Then there's economic life. There's a CSA number on them. So that means that as it gets older, the financing can be short. It has to be shorter and shorter and shorter. So you may buy a mobile home and find out that you have a 5-year term on the mortgage on the property. So therefore, your costs of buying that becomes very expensive. Buying a mobile home, if it's not attached to land, is much like buying a boat or any other, like a motorhome. It has no asset other than the fact that it's a depreciating asset. And lenders don't like it because, first off, they're movable. So therefore, it's kind of, as a chattel, it's hard to obtain something that's movable. So they don't like that. There are banks and trust companies that will look at it on a just a personal loan basis only. So there's not a lot of people that are looking at them. At one time, they used to have special programs through TD Bank that would look at them, but they're all getting away from it because of the fact that there's just not enough equity in it. You know, as home prices have risen, they certainly have outstripped the value of mobile homes or modular homes or manufactured homes, which one you want to look at. So you got to make sure that whatever you're doing, make sure you get your information up front and what you qualify for first.
Wow. And you know what? A lot more people are going towards mobile homes with the cost of housing in the lower Fraser Valley. The prices, I've been very surprised how the prices have gone up in the mobile home industry. For expert mortgage information online, visit billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com, or call Bill at 604, start again, 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family.
You seem to perk up there, Bill.
I like that song.
Oh, is that what it is?
Well,
Of
we do
course.
too. We like it.
I knew.
I
I knew the sisters would like it. That's for darn sure. Ladies, how are you?
We're great. How are you?
Wonderful, and thank you for joining us again. We've got Cynthia Weberg on the phone. You're with McDonald Realty, and your sister, of course, Janice Christie with Royal LePage West, and I'm glad to have you both on the program again. We're going to talk about home inspections today, right?
Yes, we are. We are.
Let me ask you a question. When is it, when should I do a home inspection?
People do an inspection when they are wanting to buy a house, and they need to have a third party confirm and evaluate the house that they want to buy. So when a home inspection is done, many home buyers have an inspection done prior to removing the subjects on a house purchase because this gives the buyers an arm's length evaluation of the property. So if a buyer wants to know if there's any hidden costs or big repairs coming up on the house that they're buying, the certified home inspector has a license number and is provincially certified and will check out the roof, the flashing, the siding, the foundation, check for cracks, electrical panel issues, knob and tube wiring, leaks, water issues, and all that stuff. Aluminum wiring, plumbing, mold, asbestos, rodent infestations, and all that stuff.
Well, you know me, I'm all about the money. So what is the cost of home inspection now that I know that he has a license? Does that mean he can drive to the site? Is that what that means, license?
It means he's certified within the province. Most of the inspectors are provincially certified, and they have a number. They have to pay a license fee. They have to get a number. They have to do the certification course, etc. And then they can charge you. They usually charge you between $350, that's baseline for an average inspection, and then it can go up to $600 depending on the size of the house. An inspection usually takes about 3 to 4 hours, and it's advisable for a home buyer to be present during the home inspection so that they can learn all about the new property, and the building inspector will show the buyer where the hot water tank is, the electrical panel, the roof access hatch, all those kind of things. The building inspector usually compiles a report with photos and documents and documents his findings and sends a copy to the buyers. And this report can be about 50 pages or more. And the home buyer can keep this report and use this for information for insurance and all that kind of thing.
Now, Cynthia and Janice, I hear that home inspection is great when people are trying to sell a home, but are there other times you would suggest that people would have a home inspection done as well?
Well, I think, okay, so one thing I'd like to bring up is that you would be surprised at how many people don't show up for a home inspection of the house that they're buying. It is unbelievable how many don't show up. They don't know anything about the shut-off. They don't know where access or the attic and stuff like that, and it surprises me because the realtors show up. We're supposed to show up, but the buyers aren't showing up, and we keep reiterating, you need to actually show up. To show up for the inspection. The other thing we need to bear in mind with the home inspector is that it's their job to find fault in a house. We're going to all sit down at the table, and he's going to poke holes in everything that he's going to find. So they're going to find fault what they're going to find now when we're actually going to completion, and then they'll find problems in the future, how long the lifespan of a roof is and stuff like that. So there's certain things that they will do that as well. A good inspector should have extensive knowledge of, as Janice said, how houses are built, including electrical, plumbing, heating, cooling, ventilation systems. Other professions such as architects, engineering, and construction management is a plus for home inspectors. And not all home inspectors have to be actually licensed. It's a good plan for them to be licensed, but there's some that aren't licensed in our industry. And the ones that are licensed are having an issue with that. The other thing that if you're ideally you want to hire someone who has a designation like CAHI, Canadian Association of Home Inspectors, is they are always upgrading their skills. Just as we as realtors are upgrading our skills, a good home inspector is always upgrading their skills as well.
All right, now that's great information to know. Now let's suppose that we're thinking about buying a place. I'm just wondering if you ladies might have any special listings for us this weekend.
We do. I have a new listing in beautiful Burke Mountain in Coquitlam. It's listed at $1.648 million. The address is 1298 Liverpool Street in Coquitlam. It's a 6-bed, 6-bath, 11,000 square foot home, square foot lot on a 4,000 square foot house. It's single family, and we're having an open house this Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. October 2nd.
Sounds mighty good to me.
And I have a great townhouse in Yaletown. We have a great townhouse in Yaletown, 2-bed, 2-bath, 2 levels, 1,000 square feet, large outdoor space, has 1 parking, 1 locker. Amenities include gym, jacuzzi, steam room, and guest suite, priced at $1,100. Call 604-687-0158 or email the real estate corner at yahoo.com.
Fantastic.
If you're out and about, remember to take in the Vancouver International Film Festival, September 29th till October 14th. Always something interesting in the movies.
Will do. Yeah. We'll talk to you folks next week.
Perfect. Right. You guys have a great week.
You have a great week. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
You too, gals. To get in touch with Janice or Cynthia, you can email them at therealestatecorner@yahoo.com, therealestatecorner@yahoo.com.
And coming up in the next segment of the Radio Real Estate Show, we're going to talk about the headlines that made the news this past week. We'll continue our financial series on mortgage investments with Norm Holmes, the Vice President of Pioneer West Acceptance Corporation.
This is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty with our mortgage expert, Bill Macklem, President of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, producer, Dwayne Bishop and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate on Vancouver's original on-air open house on CL 650.
CL 650.
I like the thought of that. Become rich overnight? That'd be kind of nice, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Can you become rich overnight? I guess you could if you had a lottery. However, there are other ways to do it.
Lotto.
Lotto.
Yes.
There's another way to do it. It's not quite as fast, but it's, well, we'll let the man who knows all about that talk about it to us. Norm Holmes, he's the vice president of Pioneer West. I've got him on the line. Norm, hello there.
Hello, Tom. We've been doing segments on mortgage investments and specifically Pioneer West mortgage investments through mixed shares.
Well, Norm, let me ask you this question. Why would someone invest with Pioneer West?
Pioneer West is a company with high integrity and old-fashioned values of honesty and experience. Pioneer West has been in business for over 22 years, and I've been in the mortgage investment business since 1985. Dave Stewart, our president, has been in the business since 1981. Pioneer West has a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau and is a member of the Mortgage Professionals of Canada.
Now, Norm, that's a pretty impressive background, but how well has Pioneer West mortgage investments done for your clients?
Our mortgage investments have provided quality security and excellent rates of return for many years. Our worst year was in 2009, the year of the recession, and yet our mixed shares still provided a 5.5% return that year when the stock market lost 20 to 30%. Since then, our mortgage investments have continually provided higher returns.
Well, Norm, thank you very much. That's impressive information, and I hope you'll be back next week to share some more with us.
You're welcome, Tom. This is Norm Holmes from Pioneer West on Radio Real Estate.
For more information, call Norm at 604-987-1420. That's 604-987-1420. Or visit pioneerwest.com. That's pioneerwest.com.
It's the Radio Real Estate Show on Smooth and Easy CIL 650. Time now for the Radio Real Estate news headlines. What a week it's been. I'm just getting tired of thinking about this, but boy, what a week is it. You're shaking your head already, Billy.
Did you happen to listen to the debate?
Yes.
Wasn't that fun?
Almost
like
as
kids.
Almost as what?
There's like two kids fighting over who's more right than the other one.
So can I tell you a little quickie here?
No.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I was down in Bellingham the other day, and in one of the shops there that they had these two dolls. One was Trump and the other one was Hillary.
Were they naked?
No, they weren't. But they were bobbleheads. So because I want to be in the U.S. during the election on November 8th, just for fun, I'm going to take my bobbleheads with me.
You should take your passport, too.
Oh, that would help.
Because Dwayne can't come down to bail you out this time. Okay, real estate headline news time. The housing bubble, we're at risk here. You've heard this before. The housing bubble is going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
We're the highest risk here in Vancouver compared to 17 other great financial areas around the world. But we are at risk, right, Billy?
Well, yeah. I mean, come on.
No, come on.
I mean, what are we, like 2.5 million people in the Lower Mainland?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't have enough supply for product. So, like, you got everybody in the world that wants to live here, and we don't have enough houses to supply to them. So, on a supply and demand curve, you're going to have continued movement of prices going upwards. So, housing bubble, I'm sorry, but, if you have to have a bubble, you have to have some artificial things that are going on, and I don't see anything artificial going on.
I'm just curious. So, you say we don't have enough room for these people, correct? No. I'm with you. Why do we keep inviting them?
That's a good question. I guess maybe we would like to have them go to Winnipeg. Or
Regina.
Dauphin. Or Brandon.
Edmonton.
But they seem to be wanting to live in Vancouver because it's probably the best place in BC, in Canada to live.
I'm thinking
Banana
you're right.
belt.
Yeah,
Warm.
You're right on that.
Yeah, weather.
Okay, so now listen, if you own a spare property and you use it as an Airbnb, it looks like our dear friends at City Hall are going to be making you pay a little bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say tax. License fee. License fee. There's a good word.
Tax.
I tell you, it's unbelievable. Of course, this is Vancouver. So, obviously, Mr. Gregor Robertson has figured this one out. But apparently they've gone to Richmond, but they want to do a study. Because they're just not really sure what that's all about just yet. They went to White Rock and found out, there's been no complaints in White Rock, so they're not going to do anything about it at all. So, we're going to have a fragmented system again.
What else is new?
Yeah.
And
how do you enforce it?
Exactly. How do you enforce that? How do you know which people are doing B&Bs? How do you even set standards on that? Because there's these Airbnb all over the world, and they are very successful, and people are getting a little bit of an extra income out of their house. How do you monitor anything like that? It's.
And why would you prevent someone the ability to live in your community that has to pay taxes and pays all the support costs to live in the
Lower
community,
Mainland.
in the Lower Mainland. So you as a mayor, why would you penalize them for helping you to live in your own home?
Taxes?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah?
You think?
You think?
Yeah.
Texas. Well, apparently they say, too, that this move is going to, cut down on the short-term rentals. What do you think? I don't see
I don't
that.
understand that at
I don't see
all.
it either.
Where does that come from?
No, what's a short-term rental?
Yeah.
And who's going to dictate what is a short-term
And who
rental?
decides? That's
is that a
right.
day? Is that 2 days?
That's right.
Like, we're just providing more jobs, more bureaucrats at $30 and $40 an hour plus pensions plus everything else. Is that what we're trying to do here, or are we trying to develop a city that's world class?
Well, this will help pay those salaries then, won't it? All right. Now, one NDP MLA would like to see more auditors looking at real estate here in Metro Vancouver. He claims that owners of homes are worth a few bucks, but they have no source of income, a very scanty income. How do they justify that?
You know what? Most of these people are coming in. They're coming in with money from another country.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all you got to do is look around the rest of the world. So we're down in Bellevue, Washington on Saturday, and I'm talking to a builder down there. And so all the people that were pushed away from moving here are now buying there.
Exactly.
So they're buying anyway. So what you got to do is you have to figure out a way to take advantage of the situation without impacting negatively your own communities.
Well, I heard that they were starting to get one of these foreign ownership taxes apparently in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Because
they're talking about Toronto. I mean, why are we penalizing people?
only in Canada.
Well, we're trying to. Well, there's other places in the world as well, but we encourage all these people to come and invest in businesses, and then tell them, but if you want to live here, you're going to pay an extra 15%. And don't get me wrong. I mean, there is something that needed being done. But I find that when government starts dabbling their little fingers in any sort of aspect of free enterprise, then it just backfires.
All right, go down.
Look at Florida.
Yeah.
Florida. If you want to buy a property in Florida and you're not a Floridian, you have to pay a higher, let's just call it a municipal tax.
Okay.
So that's just if you're not a Floridian, but it's still in America. But if you're not an American and not a Floridian, then you pay another level of tax, but that's on the municipal taxes that come out. So you're paying an average cost of the property, so you're helping out the municipality.
And if you lived in countries like Mexico or Costa Rica, the only way, if you were Caucasian or a non-national, the only way that you could buy property was if you were married to one.
To a property?
No, somebody that was either, that
sorry.
was a national of that country.
Gotcha.
That you couldn't buy the property at all.
Or if you could say cerveza por favor.
See, but people get around that law too. I mean, there's always a loophole. Always.
All right. You've been downtown on the east side recently. Tent cities are growing. Municipal leaders are pushing for affordable housing as makeshift changes are spreading across BC.
That $50 million can't come quick enough from Christy Clark. Are we still doing studies on that? Mm-hmm. And not only in downtown. I mean, if you go up 208th and Langley, 208th and Fraser Highway, if you make a right-hand turn going south, look at the tent city that's there. I go out that area quite often. And, every time I go down, there's another tent, another tent, another tent. And, the people that are sitting around outside of these tents, they look able-bodied. They look, of course, most of them are on the corners in Langley now, panhandling. But you go through the tent city there, and I'm wondering, why are these people actually living in tents?
Because they can.
Well, true. And they're not moved on.
No.
And, when I was by there 2 weeks ago, I think they've cleaned it up a little bit, that there was garbage everywhere and piles of stuff everywhere. And that's a low-laying area right there. I'm thinking rats. How many rats are living amongst the tent city?
Two-legged or four-legged?
Both.
I see. And finally, the province is being urged to build more on-campus housing.
Now, that makes a little bit of sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a little bit of sense because you have students going to university, obviously, they need some accommodation. Gee, what better place to have them than just right on campus whereby they have access to getting all to the classes on time?
Exactly.
And you don't need extra transportation systems and that, so therefore you save some cost of that. Mm-hmm. So there's some benefits to that, and why not? I mean, they already own the land.
Yes.
But if they could develop it properly, that'd be great. Like underground parking,
Develop it properly. Polygon did a...
At U of M, we had tunnels going from campus, or not campus, from building to building, because we have winters, obviously. Mm-hmm. So why not do the same thing here because you got rain? I mean, have underground tunnels going from building to building and help people get to the places safely.
Polygon was very progressive with that many, many years ago. They built a high-rise on campus there, and you could buy it. And the only reason I was involved in that, I had a young man that moved down, and his family moved down from Edmonton, and he was going to university there to become a doctor. So he purchased a condo there, and it was great. They had 2 kids, 2 bedrooms. They were very happy there. It's all lease land, but hey, the lease was 99 years.
The same way.
Absolutely. You know, you're right. I like this idea.
The way I look at it, if they can't build any more housing on campus, stay at home with mom and dad.
Oh, that's
they're doing
another
that anyways.
statistic.
Oh, they're doing that anyway. I got you. Okay.
In our next segment, we will be joined by Monica Dinabriga, president of Mommy Maids, and she talks about her 6 favorite eco-friendly cleaning solutions.
More real estate information is coming right up on Vancouver's original on-air open house.
Hello there, it's Tom Lucas with Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. Our producer is Mr. Bishop. He's back again, yes.
We're glad he's here.
And we're glad he's here. And you are listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650.
CIL 650. The clean up woman, but she's tough. I mean, she really cleans up.
Well, she's always cleaning something around here, isn't she? She's
kidding.
working so
Jeez.
darn hard. Put the mop down now, Monica. Time now for the eco-friendly cleaning tip of the week. Here's Monica Dinabriga. She is the founder and the president of Mommy Maids.
Who wants to spend more precious time than necessary doing cleaning chores? Not me. Here are a few ways to make housekeeping faster and easier. Number 1, sharpen scissors and pinking shears, cutting through several layers of aluminum foil. Use the same method for can openers, and it really works. Second is to quickly remove hair from clothes or furniture. Rub them with old-fashioned rubber gloves, like some people wear doing dishes. You can buy them at the supermarkets. If you want to do a faster job, dampen the gloves first, and it'll pick it up even faster. Number 3, you got a loose button? Dab some clear nail polish on top of the thread and let it dry. It'll never come off again. To restore toilet bowls back to their shiny best, clean with old flat Coke or Pepsi. To dissolve live gel, leave the soda in overnight. This works in your sink also. Number 5, toss your soiled shower curtains in the washer with a couple of bath towels and the usual amount of detergent. Hang to dry, and they're clean and sparkling again. Keeping kitchen brushes and sponges clean and sweet-smelling, put them on the top rack of your dishwasher every time you run it. Life's too busy for sweating the little things. Like the Nike commercial, if there's an easier way, then just do it. This is Monica Dinabriga for Radio Real Estate.
Mommy Maids will clean your castle with no hassle. Call Monica at 604-533-4959. That's 604-533-4959. 4959 or visit mommymaids.com. That's mommymaids.com.
And you are listening to the Radio Real Estate Show on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650. Don't forget, if you forget or you miss anything in the program and you want to go back and hear about something we were talking about, which we're going to be talking about millennials in just a second, but go to the website, which is CIL650.com. That's the other cell. It's a RadioRealEstateShow.ca. RadioRealEstateShow.ca. You can click on there and you can listen to what Bill said a couple of weeks ago or Fern said this week. But this morning or this afternoon or today, whenever you're listening to this program.
What day is it anyway?
It doesn't matter because people can listen online at any time.
They certainly
I'm
can.
glad you brought
And
that
I do.
up.
That's awesome.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Did you teach me how to do that?
Well, hey, what can I? Last Sunday I forgot all about it. And a client called me at 5:15 and said, oh, the show was really good. And I looked at my clock and I said, shoot. Now I have to listen to it a podcast.
Well, it's hard to do it, to listen to it when you're doing it live, isn't it?
It is very.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So now we were talking off mic earlier about some youngsters. We're going to call them millennials.
Millennials.
Okay. Now, who are the millennials?
The millennials are young people between the age of 19 and 35.
Okay. So the average listener to this radio station, it could be their children or their grandchildren, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So tell us a bit about them. You have some interesting stats.
I do. 30% of millennials, age 19 to 35, still live at home. Most of them do not pay rent.
Oh, nice.
Okay? Nice. And with these millennials, age 19 to 35, the average millennial carries a $35,000 credit card debt. Not interesting. And that's not even buying appliances for a new house.
But how do they get so far into the debt? Let me guess. Cars?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of, I tried.
I did a little bit of research with Fern.
Did you?
Yes, and a lot of them eat out.
Oh, okay.
Eat out, meet friends, go for drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And their costs of living are higher than the average person because they're living a different lifestyle.
Well, maybe they're somewhat like me. They don't know how to cook.
Well, they live with mom and dad, yeah.
Oh.
You know, I mean, what does it take to buy something from the store and put it in a microwave?
So what
I do that.
What you're suggesting then is that I move in with Bill's mom.
She would love that.
Would she?
Yes, she would. She really likes you.
Well, she's having a birthday, too, by the way. Mrs. Backlund, happy birthday.
95.
Oh, wow.
Not awesome.
Isn't that nice? I'm moving in with her. That's for sure.
She makes great cookies,
I
as
know.
you know.
She made you, too, so be quiet.
Okay.
What else can you tell us about those lovely people?
Well, on the other side of the coin, there are a lot of millennials that are, getting out and doing their thing. Because when you look at 30% are at home, that leaves 70%
That are great people.
that are out there, that they're contributing to society. They are making an income. They are saving their money for down payment for houses, and they are a good contribution people to society. But I just find too that this 30% is pretty high. And it'll just go higher and higher and higher as lenient as parents want their kids to stay at home. And I'm kind of looking 10 years from now, we're going to have 50% of millennials living at home.
That's the question, though. So we think 30% is kind of high, but you know what? We don't know what that was like 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't 30%. It wasn't 30%. Nowhere near. There was a thing that you wanted to move out. You didn't want to stay at home with mom and dad.
We're past that stage. How about it between us and these guys?
Between you and I? You mean our age group?
Yeah, between us and these people that are the new millennials. So
well, in my age group.
There's another group in the middle there.
That's true.
Who knows that they weren't much the same.
It just seems to go up a bit every year. Yeah.
But
I still have to focus.
Say as parents? Isn't that what we say as parents?
What? Oh, I want my kid to have a better lifestyle than I did. Well, yeah. But
I'm going to make it easier for him.
Exactly. So, but I have to look at that 70%. That's where I focus, okay?
Yep.
That 70% are paying mortgages. They are contributing to society. They are, what can I say? 70% millennials.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good number.
And all I can say is that I'm moving in with your mom, Bill. I'm moving in with your mom, Bill.
I look forward to seeing you. I'll be iPhone her every day, so I'll be talking to you.
I can answer the phone for your
Tom,
mom.
I need to talk to my mom.
Your mom's busy right now.
Exactly.
We're going out dancing.
I saw that on one of those TV ads.
Oh, you saw your mom and I dancing together?
Yeah.
We're darn good, aren't we?
Some kind of tea or something.
Never
I don't know.
mind. Something is coming up in the next segment of the program. Willie, what are we going to talk about?
We're chatting about the home equity chip mortgage.
All right. And we're also going to find out ways to see what's going on. We're going to talk with Keller Williams out there in the Valley, the Tri-Cities, actually. Andrea Jock will be online. She'll tell us what's going on.
This is for Northcott of Remax Performance Realty with Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house radio real estate on CL 650.
CL 650. I'm a big man in a big house, a big high fence all around.
Some place where they have big homes still are out in the Tri-Cities because they have the land, right? Well, let's just find out what's going on out there in the Tri-Cities right now. Here's Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty.
Hi, everyone.
Good afternoon to you, too, and welcome back to the program. I understand now out in the Tri-Cities, things are selling, but not necessarily single-family homes, but condos and townhouses, right?
It sure is, Tom. It's super busy for condos and townhomes right now. We're still receiving multiple offers on condos, but it looks like single-family homes. The nice thing for buyers is that they have an opportunity to make an offer and not have to compete. It was a super busy day at my open house located at 413-2330 Shaughnessy Street in Port Coquitlam. Welcome to the prestigious Avanti, this immaculate, like-new, top-floor, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, spacious condo. Features a fabulous open-concept floor plan, 9-foot ceilings, a stunning oversized gourmet kitchen, large picture windows, and generous-sized bedrooms. Just steps away from the heart of the vibrant Port Coquitlam City, enjoy the many shops, eateries, schools, West Coast Express, and beautiful Gates Park. Don't miss out on the fun at the Oktoberfest located at the Port Moody Center. This is Andrea Jock for Radio Real Estate.
Buying or selling in the Tri-Cities? How about giving Andrea Jock a call? You can reach her at 604-783-3124. That's 604-783-3124. Or visit pinnaclegroupmarketing.com. That's pinnaclegroupmarketing.com.
I ain't got time to think about money or what it can buy.
I ain't got time. Love that tune.
No kidding. That's very nice.
You know what, Bill? I think of money a couple of ways. First of all, I think of money as money. It's good. And then I think of money as M for Macklem.
Oh, very good.
Oh, I like that.
That's not bad, eh?
Yeah.
That's
Boy,
right.
you're really right on
I go
form
see
today.
Bill. I get some money. I call Fern. I buy a house, right?
Hey.
That's how we do it.
We do.
Yes, too.
Magic money mortgage guy.
I like that.
Man.
Man, okay. So tell me all about what's going on in your mind today, Billy.
Well, there's a way to get some money, and we have a fair number of folks that are over 55 years of age that own their own properties.
Yes.
And, we always hear that they should downsize. But that's not necessarily always the right information.
Okay.
Now, they can use the money in their home to help maybe their children to buy a home. So we do a lot of that with our clients and with our realtor Fern. So we help them to stay where they are because they're comfortable. Because we know as you get older, it becomes tougher and tougher to move. So at some point in time, you got to make a decision that you're either going to stay there until somebody else calls.
Yeah.
Or you move sooner. So if you're going to stay there, you're going to do what they call a reverse mortgage. You don't have any mortgage payments to make until the 2 or 3 people that are on title that live in the property are no longer able to live in the property. They never foreclose on you. They never come after the estate for lost monies because you're not making any mortgage payments. It's called a reverse mortgage, and you can do it a couple of different ways. You can do it to arrange a better cash flow for yourself because you're not getting the return on your investments because the return on investment right now are between 1 and 3 unless you're talking to our folks over at the Mortgage Investment Corporation. We'll give you a 4.5 to 6. So you're not getting good return on your money, so you're not having a retirement like you want. You may have some updates to your home. You might want to say, you know what, we want to fix up that kitchen, or we want to add that bedroom, or maybe you want to add a revenue suite to your home so that you can continue living there longer and subsidize your mortgage. So you might do, or subsidize your life. Or you might want to help a loved one with a school or sort of pay off some debt. So there are some ways of doing this that are intelligent. You got to be over 55. You got to live in the home. And as long as you're living in the home, there are no mortgage payments.
What if Mom and I wanted to, say, have the living room updated and then go on a trip to Florida?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah. You can do whatever you want to do.
I like that idea.
It's a really great. We helped a lady in the city. We took the mortgage that she had and paid that off with this particular mortgage. So it's a reverse mortgage. We did that. We took enough money out for investment. So we put it into one of the MIC fund folks that we deal with. And we got over here there. We have that. And then we did some renovations in the home because one of the children was handicapped. And so they wanted to make sure they had the bathroom and the access to the home and all that. And we did all that. And she had no payments.
And the money left over, she gave to Tom, and he went on a trip to Florida.
Did she?
Well, I'm hoping.
We'll miss you, Tom.
I say. I'll send you a postcard from there.
It's a great program.
Yes. Get expert mortgage information online by visiting billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com. Or call Bill directly at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663.
So we're going to hear from Finn Jensen, our home handyman. And he's going to talk about the current real estate market. It's sort of an untamed beast.
You know it is. It's Tom Lucas with Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to the Radio Real Estate Show on CIL 650.
CIL 650. I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops my mind from wandering. I'm filling the cracks that ran through the door and kept my mind from wandering.
Well, as we get into October, and we are into October now, can we turn the heat on? No?
A little chilly, a little foggy there this morning when I first got up.
No kidding. We used to have a rule in our house, no furnaces till the end of October, but I think I'm going to renege on that.
Absolutely. I've had my furnace, my fireplace on. I mean, I get out of bed and flick that on and
I was just hoping
put on my coffee and go back to bed.
Forget the sweaters. They just come over and you cuddle with me for a while.
In your dreams.
Okay. Time now for Finn Jensen, our home handy guy. And he's got a very interesting look on the way things are happening out there. Finster?
Good afternoon, Tom, and good afternoon to everyone. The housing market is something of an untamed beast. Try as we may, it's difficult to get a line on it. Where will it go and for how long? It would be wonderful if we had a crystal ball, or would it? If we did have one, someone would certainly use it to our disadvantage. We see this sort of thing already with computers in the service of marketing companies, stockbrokers, and the like. And the game is different now, much faster and more profitable for people that are skilled in their use. And programs have been devised for computers that try to foretell the future of the real estate market in a given city of a country. What success have they had, and who has that information? A lot of folk here would like to know about that. Right now, as far as we can see, looking upward, the sky's the limit. After all this, let's hope someday we will be handed the moon. This is Vint Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
Fast, reliable, and dependable service. For your plumbing and heating is just a call away. Gentech Mechanical Installations, 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740.
Yeah, you know what? If you're thinking about getting your roof done or your heater done, maybe now's the time to do it.
I think so.
You know, it's going to get cold out.
Yeah. They're going to have a real rush towards Christmas.
Whoa!
Yeah,
either
so now's the time.
that, or they're going downtown to one of the department stores and buy some sweaters like Bill has. Where did you get that? You're not telling us, are you?
No, I'm not.
It was the Department of Ugly.
I gotcha. Well, Fern, you've got some interesting things you wanted to pass along before we get out of here today. What's on your agenda?
Oh, here we go. More statistics. Just wanted to update folks what's going on out in the marketplace, that the listings, now again, these are not prices, these are the amount of listings. So the amount of listings recorded in the real estate board in September over August are down by 4%. Usually this time of year that the listings are coming in again. I think a few people are just sort of relaxing. And the actual sales, September over August. Now, again, this is not pricing. This is the amount of sales.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of sales are down 22%. That's reality, folks.
How about the dollar value? Do you have a rough idea?
Dollar value?
Has it gone down too?
Probably. No, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because, the more our dollar goes down, the more Americans want to buy here.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got to pay 15% tax.
That's true.
I had to get that in.
That's another story for another day.
It is.
Yeah. I think you have some thoughts on that, don't you?
One or two.
I thought. Okay, now somebody would like to talk about the 15% tax, or maybe just talk about real estate in general with you, Fern. How should they go about doing that?
I would love to do that. I can be reached at 604-790-9066. That's cell or text. 604-790-9066. My email is smart.com. I don't even know who I am.
With two T's.
Fern with an E, smart with two T's.com.
Okay, I'm totally confused. Bill?
So am I. Okay.
Try it again. Fern?
What?
That's Fern at F-E-R-N-E.
Yes.
At smart, S-M-A-R-T-T.
Net.
.com. No, .com.
No, .com.
Yeah.
Smart.com.
Okay, what's your phone number?
604-790, this is easier, 9066. That's cell or text.
Okay, now, Billy, if I want to get a hold of you by, let's say phone, first of all.
Phone, I'm good with phone.
Okay.
Phone is 604-684-4663.
Okay.
That's 604-684-HOME.
Okay, if I want to email you?
Email me at billm@macklem, M-A-C-K-L-E-M, mortgages, another M, MORTGAGES.com.
Nice. And now let's sing our song.
Our house in the middle of our street.
You're all right, Billy.
Yeah, you'd be amazed how people forget the T in mortgages or the G in mortgages.
Exactly. Happy birthday to Mrs. Macklem.
Yes, that's going to be a great party.
When is the party? You're not telling us.
This Sunday.
This Sunday. Today, after the show.
Yep.
Okay, I'm coming over. You want to come, friend? Give me my
I'd
date.
love to come.
Look, have you met his mom yet? You love her.
You know what? I just enjoy her cookies, but I need to meet the lady behind those cookies.
We're going to bring Dwayne along. We're going to have ourselves a party, right?
Works for me.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, if we don't get arrested at the party, we're all back here on the Radio Real Estate Show next Sunday afternoon.
4 p.m.
Yep, and I'll be back here tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, ready to rock.
Aren't you lucky?
Yeah, so I'll meet you guys at the party.
You betcha.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Mom. Dwayne, thank you, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow on Radio Real Estate Sunday and on the radio tomorrow morning at 6. Thank you, bye.